There is a free program called OpenClaw. In its first 90 days, 200,000 people bookmarked it online, and thousands installed it at home. Book me a table for 2 on Friday. And it opens a browser, finds the restaurant, and actually books it. Nobody is driving. It cleans inboxes, plans trips, and even wakes itself up while you sleep to check if anything needs doing. People call machines like this AI agents, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly how one works. No hand-waving. An agent is built from 5 parts: a model, a context, a harness, tools, and skills. 5 words. That is the whole machine. We will build it up one part at a time, like a machine on a workbench. Start with the part you already know. The model is the brain. It is the thing inside ChatGPT, and it can do exactly one thing: read text, then write text. You give it words, it gives you words back. That is everything. It has no hands, no eyes, no internet, no memory. Think of it as a brilliant brain in a jar. It can answer almost any question, but it cannot touch anything at all. It cannot click a link. It cannot open a website. It cannot remember what you said yesterday. It only writes. And here is the surprise. The moment it finishes writing, it forgets everything. Completely blank. Every single time. Then how does ChatGPT remember your name during a chat? It does not. Something else does the remembering for it. That trick is the second part of our machine, and it is the part almost nobody ever explains properly. It is called the context. Every time the model is about to write, someone hands it one big letter. That letter is called the context. Inside the letter is everything the model gets to know: your newest message, the whole chat so far, and any useful notes. The model reads the entire letter from the top, writes its answer at the bottom, and then again, forgets everything. Next turn, a new letter arrives with one more exchange added. The model rereads it all and answers again. That is chatting. So the memory never lives in the brain. It lives in the letter. Whoever writes the letter controls what the brain knows. The letter has a size limit, called the context window. Stuff too much in and the oldest or middle parts get left out. Remember this picture: brain in a jar, reading one big letter, writing one answer, forgetting. Now who writes the letter? Meet the third part, the harness, a completely ordinary computer program with zero intelligence wrapped around the model like a robot body. The harness does everything the brain cannot. It keeps the chat history, builds the letter each turn, and sends it to the model. And the harness has hands. It can click, type, open websites, read files, and send messages. Dumb hands, but real ones. Each thing the hands can do is called a tool: a browser tool, a file tool, an email tool, maybe a payment tool. The harness writes a menu of its tools into the letter. Dear model, here is what I can do for you. Just ask. Now watch one turn of the loop. Your message goes in the letter. The model reads it and writes something strange back. Not an answer. An order. Use tool, browser. Open the restaurant website. Check Friday at 7. Plain text, naming a tool. The harness reads that order, recognizes the tool name, and actually does it. Opens the site, copies what the page says, then it pastes the page into the letter, right under the model's order, and hands the whole letter back to the brain. The model reads it again, top to bottom, and writes the next order. Click the 7 o'clock slot. Type the name, order, action, paste, reread. Around and around. That circle is called the agent loop, and it is the heart of everything. The loop ends when the model writes a plain sentence instead of an order. Done. Table booked. The harness sends it to you. And that is the definition. An agent is an AI that chooses its own next step in pursuit of a goal you set. One part left. Skills. A skill is just an instruction sheet, written by a person telling the model how to do one job well: how to book restaurants, how to sort an inbox, how to post on Instagram. Step-by-step notes, written in plain language. When your message arrives, the harness checks its skill folder, picks the sheet that matches the job, and tucks it into the letter. So on booking night, the model opens its letter and finds your message, the browser menu, and a how to book restaurants cheat sheet. Skills are why one agent can do hundreds of jobs. People keep writing new sheets. OpenClaw fans have shared about 1,700. Now assemble all 5 parts, and look at OpenClaw whole. The gateway is its front door. Plugged into WhatsApp, your text walks in the door. The harness builds the letter, your message, its memory notes about you, the tool menu, the right skill sheet. The letter goes to the model. Orders come back. The hands click and type. Results get pasted in. The loop spins a dozen times. Then your phone buzzes. Booked, Friday at 7. 5 parts, 1 letter, 1 loop. That is the entire magic trick. One mystery remains. How does it act while you sleep, when nobody texts it? Simple. An alarm clock is bolted to the loop. Every 30 minutes it fires, and the harness runs one loop, with a to-do list instead of your message. Nothing needed, back to sleep. Now the honest part. If the machine is this simple, why do agents still mess up? Because a loop turns small odds into big ones. Imagine every single turn of the loop goes right 95% of the time. Sounds great. Now chain 20 turns together. The chance of a flawless run drops to about 1 in 3. Mistakes do not just add up in a loop, they compound. Worse, every mistake gets pasted into the letter, and the model reads its own error as truth. That is why banks stay with fixed scripts. Now you can test any product that calls itself an agent. Ask one question: who decides the next step? If a programmer chose the steps in advance, it is a script in a costume. If the model decides each turn, it is real. Model, context, harness, tools, skills. A forgetful genius, one big letter, a robot body, its hands, and its cheat sheets. And the strangest part is the genius itself. Sometimes it writes orders about things that were never true. Why? That is the next video.